we start to build, and onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who gone to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out day and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
rise. All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
Success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Shadows are overcast right now. It's a cloudy Friday afternoon. First real rainy day of the year, honestly. At least on these ends. I can't speak for everybody in the whole nation. But good afternoon nonetheless, Trinidad and Tobago. Big up yourself wherever you're listening to us. Thanks a lot to the Street 919 FM. You know you're in a good place. Street Council officially in session.
It's putting more effort and less play. Because
let's get our announcements out of the way. You already know how that does go at the top of every hour.
Discipline.
As you all know, Carnival is calling. And fortunately for you guys, Lion Brand is answering. Get into the rhythm and mix and move. Their ready mixes make authentic cultural dishes a breeze, so you can spend less time cooking and more time celebrating. Taste the tradition, feel the fun. Just mix and move. Lion Brand, the power behind your great taste and traditions. If you're feeling a little crispy sound floating through the air, I hope you all know that is the crunch calling. Carnival crew, you already know what time it is. KFC is coming through with the baddest bucket in town. 7, that's right, 7 pieces of chicken for just $99. And you want more vibes? Add 4 sides for only $25. Fries, coleslaw, mash. Stack it up how you like. That's big food, big energy, and big crunch. From the road to the line to after the fete. So when hunger starts to wind up, make sure you answer the call and head to KFC, because it is Crunch Niva.
And production to build a strong and better nation.
And of course, make your mass this carnival with the Playway Breakaway promotion. Wager at least 1 mega mix option for a chance to win up to $130 to 1 at no additional cost. Breakaway with Playway today. Must be 18 years or older to play, and of course, play responsibly. I saw somebody was calling before the break. I hope you could call back when you're ready. There was things to see about there, boy. And you all already know the phone lines are open. You all know the numbers already. 342-0081 or 466-5391. Give us a call. Let's know how that weekend shaping up for you. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Hashim the Belonga. Yes, well, and the Dream too.
Yes, yeah,
you know, my favorite term is Hashim the. My favorite title is Hashim the Belonga.
I know.
Anyhow,
that.
good afternoon, brother. Good afternoon.
What's up,
nice show as usual. Well, I was happy to hear our tune there, highway code making the wrongs on radio stations after, you know.
Yeah.
Have to look at that. Yes. The highway code man sort of looked like a road march yesterday evening. Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyhow, yeah, interesting. Anyhow, well, you see, I tell you, where your show leader, let's follow. Yeah. Well, the weather in the locality here, it's sunny. Well, it's sunny kind of, but a sunny but a gloomy kind of sun, not a bright sun. Right? And well, I have no water here in the locality. Yeah. Right. So that is how it is. But I say, you know, you mentioned something yesterday. How you know, what Calypsonians, there's a Calypso for every activity in Trinidad and Tobago, and it's true. Because one that, after I spoke yesterday, one that came to me is the Reka experience. And if you have time, I want you to play the Reka by Lord Kitchener.
Wow.
That's a tune from 1968.
It really have a thing. Have a thing for everything, boy.
Oh. Yes, and if you check it, it's the same issue from 1968 and 67, 68. The same issues today, but it's Reka, you know. So yeah, listen to the tune, the Reka by Lord Kitchener. Yeah, because why? The Calypsonians used to sing on issues the previous year. They will take those issues and sing it in the following year in a Calypso tent. Right? Because there was no online and YouTube and Facebook and thing in those days.
Right.
So the Calypsonian now, he was the man used to disseminate the issues and bring the issues forward in the public.
Right.
Yeah. And that was the culture. That was the culture of traditional Kaiso, but soca doesn't have that. Soca is a wine and jam, right? So that's the difference between soca and calypso. Because calypso was sung on a particular topic. A calypso will see you eat a mango, and he will go and compose a tune on that. Yeah, yeah. And everybody, most people believe what the Calypsonians sing in those days. Yeah. So that is how it is. Yeah. No, on this thing with this licensing office, if you're taking commentary on that licensing office and these fees.
Or the fees.
What will normally happen? You see, in politics, when you have controversial issues coming into the public domain, right? The administration has to leave. Take commentary before, right? You listen to debate, and then after the debate, you come and formulate a policy based on how people feel, and you know. And I think that was a era. They went back to front in this one. So I do not know if I think the Prime Minister should get but that's my suggestion, a person trained in politics as a political advisor, because everybody talking politics did not learn politics at university level. You know. Because politics now is not like a standpipe, like how long time they call standby politics. When anybody go and say they go fix pipe and they go fix road, it's a science. And you have to have the competent people, or what they call the leading competencies, or the knowledge, skills, and abilities to advise the administration. And I think the government didn't get much help from the licensing office administration neither. And that's a place they have to look into, because this explains what I see on YouTube. This huge gathering, as the Indian Prime Minister will say, when he sees a huge gathering, he may call it a Mahayagna. You know, crowds and crowds of people in a particular activity. So they have to look into this thing, right? But I want to end with this. When there's a basic in politics, in political science, when you have controversies within the domain, you let people talk. You let people talk. In other words, you build up consensus, and then now you're going to formulate policy. So then you know you're on good ground. Okay, brother. So that's it for now. So you take care, man.
All right.
We're going again today. We're going today with the Reka by Lord Kitchener, and listen and let the public listen, and they will hear.
All right.
Okay, brother. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Arquita. Oh Lord, you're active today, boy. Good afternoon. Hey, good afternoon. How you doing?
Want to line one time?
Huh?
Oh, no, it's something like a full 2 lines sometimes. No.
Nah.
It's Happy New Year, my brother.
Same to you, same to you.
All right. Here's what happened. Like, you see what Pops talk about?
Mm.
The thing is, guys, why they put soca more than so to dumb down the society to a level of party-mindedness and not consciousness of social issues, because the calypso dealt with social problems and social issues. Soca was just on entertainment. So they pushed that. And one error he made in regards to this present issue that we have with the high prices of the ticketing is that it's not about discussion, but it's about holding to one's promise. All the promises that were made, as we are now understanding how we are the fools, because you know there is always say a promise is a comfort to a fool.
Mm.
That is what has happened to the people of this country. We have been fooled by false promises. They were told no new taxes. We have many new taxes. We were told no new this, no new nothing. But then what happened? We get new taxes, new prices, new charges. It was touted that the ticketing system was oppressive. But now we have prices in a ridiculous amount. People are begging for the point system to return. That's it. Because at least you had a chance.
Very
If it
true.
is you needed something to be done, you had the points and you go and adjust yourself with the point system. You get some points missing, you make sure you get charged of it, a small charge, but you're making sure now with the points that you don't have to lose more points. But now, it's space in your waist. Right? Fines evermore. And you know what you think? Everybody quiet. We seeing before people protesting for fixing of roads. Now the roads are in the most derelict condition it has ever been. But we in what's rare? We have become one of the most holy countries in the Caribbean because there's only hole all over. From Port of Spain to San Fernando is hole.
Oh, Lord.
Hole on the highway.
So we holy now. That what you're trying to tell
He's
me.
very holy. Hole is on the highway. You know, long time you used to get hole in the urban areas. Now we have holes on the highway. So now you have to drive in the center lane, because if you go on the left lane, it's hole, it's dig, it's bump, it's hump. And listen now, man. What we really doing? But we just charging people. And this was the same administration that said you cannot tax a society into prosperity. Now, I understand the concept of tax, because I was the proponent who said that a country that spends more than they earn in tax revenue is doomed to fail. We understand that. But it also is a balancing act, because you cannot tax the country into prosperity. And you must learn how to increase your productivity. So we can make the money that is necessary, instead of oppress the people with ridiculous fines. We say no to property tax and then come and put it under a different name, house tax. So what are you really doing? What we really living in? I wonder if anybody remember Mr. Bastio Pandey with the terminology that was used. Parasitic oligarch. Remember those words?
Parasitic oligarchs?
Yes. Remember that terminology that Mr. Pandey used to use? Right. So this, I am just wondering if this is where we are right now, and this is what we are seeing, because we have gone into a situation that is very drastic, and we're seeing even across the seas, it appears that Hitler and the SS has now resurfaced in a modern day formatting. People, how long will we remain fools? How long will we be fooled and accept it? When will we decide to get intelligence and get understanding and stop the stupidity? Race is only going to keep you down. Class is only going to keep you separated. The only way forward is unity. Otherwise, you will fail. You will fail. You will fail. You see, Africa now realizing they need to unite. Look how many years ago the fella sang this song, Africa Unite. It now register. It now resonates. We're seeing Toure and a number of them coming together. And that is a dangerous thing. So they go try and stop it now.
They're trying to stop it all now.
So we have to try and make sure we prevent that and we preserve unity. Unity against the parasitic oligarchs. Have a nice day, my brother.
All right, have a nice day. Thanks for your contribution, remember. Oh, some solid words right there. And you know what? I think I'll put you up in the front. I think you'll take the first front of the class this year. Solid contribution.
Remember the key to.
All right, I gotta take this pause for the cause, guys. It is about that time for our road march pick of the day, courtesy of Royal Castle. I see the phones ringing. Don't worry, we will pick up right where we left off right after this short. So don't you go anywhere.
Progress we surely will.
Road march energy? Check. Royal Castle flavor? Double check. Let's dive into the Royal Castle Road March Song of the Day on the Street 919 FM.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we heading to the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
The way the music play make me feel a kind of way. The way the soccer play make me feel a kind of way. I want to spend my life living in this kind of way. Feel a kind of way, yeah. Feel a kind of way. One glass in my hand, two girls in me have it gone. One rag in my hand, two glass in my pocket of it go. One glass in my hand, vex money if I end up lost. One rag in my hand, two glass in my pocket of it go. Sometimes I can't explain this feeling. Night and morning, sometimes I can't explain this feeling. It got me jumping, sometimes I can't explain this feeling. Night and morning, sometimes I can't explain this feeling. Tell them it's kid on me eye. You ever see a big man cry? I'ma be tell them so can't for life. I'ma be tell them so can't for life. I through the hurt, I through the strife. I tell them every single time. I'ma be tell them so can't for life. I'ma be tell them so can't for life. The way the music play make me feel a kind of way. The way the soccer play make me feel a kind of way. I want to spend my life living in this kind of way. Feel a kind of way, yeah. Feel a kind of way. Sometimes I can't explain this feeling. Night and morning, sometimes I can't explain this feeling. It got me jumping, sometimes I can't explain this feeling. Night and morning, sometimes I can't explain this feeling. So let me go with the flow, you know the rest. Hey, girl, let me say you know the rest. And you're pretty, you looking so best. And you're pretty, you looking so best. Let me go with the flow, you know the rest. Hey, girl, let me say you know the rest. And you're pretty, you looking so best. One glass in my hand, two girls in me and me gun. One rag in my hand, two flags in my pocket and me
That was the Royal Castle Road March Song of the Day on the Street 919 FM.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we heading to the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
All rise. All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
Yeah, right, that's the sounds of Earth and Owls. The song is called Soca for Life. That's your Royal Castle Road March pick of the day. Boy, when I tell all you, I received a call while that song was playing. I hope he calls back real quick because y'all need to hear this one for sure. Boy, it's sticky out there. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Adrian.
Hey, Chris, what are you saying?
All right. Adrian, I just have a question for the police.
Uh-huh.
I want to find out if they have any vehicle for sale or rent, right? That I could get my hands on. Because, they could get made with the blue lights and leave it the same color. What say now? I'm taking it in any condition. When I get it, I will fix it up. But anything trivial that happens to it, that has no bearing on the manner in which I drive, I want to be able to continue to drive with it, right? And still be roadworthy just as they are. So if I fix the windscreen, if they get made crack up and it get 2 chips in the space of 1 month, I don't want them to have no issue with it. I must just pass through when this is a TTPS vehicle now, boy. So if they out there and they hearing me, all they reach out to me now looking for a police vehicle to rent or to buy. I look for listening, brother.
Yes, I.
Production to build.
Listen, I tell you, they gonna be out. Listen, when I tell you they out here to get it, they out here to get it, you know. Look the person same right here. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. You had called earlier on.
Yes. I wanted to tell you a story because boy, I feel for you, you know. But you go right ahead.
Yeah, I was going into Port of Spain in traffic, and my phone was in my pocket. And I drive one of these new BYD that has a charging port right near the dashboard. So I took out my phone from my pocket to put on the charging station, and I heard a knock on the glass. And the police said, pull aside. So I pull aside. And he says he has to give me a ticket. I said, a ticket for what? He says, you have the phone in your hand. I said, but I'm putting it on the charging port. Here's a charging port. It's a new car. Put it on my charging port. He says, no. Once you have it in your hand, is $1,150. And he gave me a ticket for $1,150 just as I put in the phone on my charging port.
Nah, boy.
I don't know what kind of asinine police that is, really. I mean, it's dumbfounded. It is dumbfounded. And I was trying to get onto yesterday, so this is all context of what you were saying yesterday. That there's no common sense is not prevailing. Let us tax and charge because there seems to be no common sense again. How can there's a charging port on my car. It's a new car that has a charging port. I'm just taking my phone to rest it on the charging port. I explained that to you, and you gave me a ticket for $1,150. Man,
nah,
it's not. It's not.
That's wickedness right there, man.
I mean,
I honestly, I would contest that ticket. People don't.
Well, I did try to contest it. I went to the back and signed up and determined to take a picture of that. Unfortunately, the day they gave me was the 15th, and I'm out of the country the 15th. But I was going to contest it. But then if I had to get a lawyer to represent me, then, it costs you twice the amount. But I was going to contest it because there is absolutely no relevance at all that this is making sense.
I totally feel you. I feel you on that, definitely.
Yeah. $1,150 for putting my phone to charge? Really? But thanks, I really appreciate your time.
No problem, man. Thanks for
Thank you
your
so much.
contribution.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
I can tell you all yeah. They these men and women in blue. It's hard to defend them, boy. It's real hard to defend them nowadays. I now see a car on my way in today get wrecked on the stretch. Now, granted, he wasn't the wrong, eh? And the policeman did look. I was in the rituals. I was in rituals, and the police poked his head in to say, "Is anyone driving this and this and this?" And nobody was there. So I mean, in that particular instance, at least they had the courtesy to say, "Hey, if somebody driving it, come move it now." But boy, when I tell all you, that's not the point I was trying to make. The point is, the car. You know how they have to wreck you from the front, right? And the car was parked up real close under the car in front of it. I guess because he wasn't wrong. But when I tell all you, I never seen a wrecker do this before. There's some hook that they have closer to the front of the truck that they can use to wrench your car out from the front side before driving forward and hooking it up to the back. I never see that before. I never seen a wrecker do that in life yet. I don't know if that's a new feature or maybe I just hadn't seen it before. If you've seen it before, then please educate me. But yeah, all I'm saying is, it's not safe out there. And I don't know what the new wrecking. I think everything has gone up now, including wrecking. So I don't even think wrecking is $500 anymore. Boy, hello, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's not about the stupid, you know. You remember the term where everybody didn't like before?
That was what?
The too wicked!
Hold on.
That is what is the problem.
They're too what? They're too, say it again, boy. Say it again for them.
Too wicked! It's not what problem to do about stupid, you know. They don't care. They do not care. So once it is, they could organize themselves and they pull up the quota, because you have to understand the. Let me just point so. Connect the dots. Look in power where, and you gotta understand how it is this going. Why it is the officers are behaving in such manner. When you when you watch who is where. Right? I don't think I need to read and spell, but people could understand. So it's wickedness and wicked after wicked upon wicked. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day, member. Listen, I ain't heard the phrase "all you too wicked" in a long time, but I feel this year, oh God, we're gonna be using that one right through. It's not going to look nice, Ollie. It really isn't. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, Hashim the Dream.
Yes, I.
Yeah, man. So I was listening right before the break. It's another caller who was speaking and whatnot. And to my mind, I was thinking, I heard a couple people say the word taxes. So the caller right before the break, he was saying, this current administration, they promised no taxes, and now they're taxing. A couple people saying that. To my mind, I think it's a difference between taxes and fines, and I also advocate. It crossed my mind a while ago that we should probably change the word taxes to national contribution, because where your taxes actually go,
find
that funny.
I didn't mean to find it funny, boy, but that's really what it is right now. We doing we making national contributions, dog. Albeit no, it's forced national contributions, because anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
You don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think the only concern that persons could raise is and it may have been valid from reports in the past about are your taxes actually be used in the right way. and also used with the mindset of the citizens.
Right.
You know, but yeah, taxes go towards public utilities, TNTech, WASA, they go towards your roads and infrastructure. Um, I'm hesitant to say, but it also goes to, public health and other elements that I probably wouldn't know of right now. Um, so they should consider, so persons could feel a little more sense of pride. But the difference between what is known as a tax now and a fine is for when you, or a penalty, so when you do something wrong, an infraction. So, it's not really the same thing. And I think what they were saying is the main aim of the raise in motor traffic or road traffic penalties is to deter certain driving and certain behaviors on the roads, which I see as a really good initiative. And I also seen it as speaking to the category of, being more law abiding, um, attempting to repair a culture and a mindset that may have developed. So, I would say that much. And I think, all of us as people, we need to sometimes be a little more cautious of what we see on the radio, because we really could be contributing to, mental, trauma and whatnot, right? And right before the hour, I looked online at the Brechet Castle solar farm, which I would stay patient. Sometimes we as citizens, we want a lot of things, and we have to pay attention to the news reports and ask questions, use platforms like these to ask questions. But we need our fellow citizens, also known as, we use the term leaders, but they are also our fellow citizens, to in those ministry positions, to communicate with us a little more and let us know how things are developing. But I took a little look on a website there called Energy TT, or Energy Now TT, and they were describing the Brechin Castle. It was scheduled to be completed at the end of 2025, and one major element it raised is the reduction of CO2 emissions on the atmosphere, on the earth. And sometimes we don't really pay attention to how our activities could affect the earth, that we only have one earth, so we should probably treat it right, so I will leave my contribution there. But all in all, I am a fan of how this current administration performing so far. The Honorable Prime Minister, may have, said some couple of statements related to the Venezuela issue that, in hindsight, probably wasn't the best. But, and I am not politically aligned. I'm about country first and equal opportunity, equal rights. So, I just hope for them to, do some more good work. Work on the labor market so we could be more productive. I think possibly they could see how we could repair the relationship with Tobago, because one idea that crossed my mind, and I don't partake in Carnival too much, but we have Carnival Monday, Tuesday. Maybe we could, and Tobago has been attempting to solidify themselves as a tourism market industry. We could develop that synchronization. You could imagine, Hashim, you jump up Monday, Tuesday as a tourist. Ash Wednesday now, we have a tour system, a tourism system in Trinidad. They have a tour package lined out for you as a tourist. So Ash Wednesday, you go to the beach, you relax, you recuperate, you get some food to eat, you enjoy. Maybe Thursday on some sightseeing, go to the park, go to a cinema, Savannah here and there. And maybe on a Friday, if you have the boat, which is operational, take it to Tobago, you spend the weekend there, etc. So some kind of, thing. But, I mean, we could go on and on, but, we trust those in administration, and we also continue to pay attention. So, and we need to do our part too. Everybody do their part in a positive, genuine way. So that's my contribution there. I take up a lot of time, and I will just listen for the rest of the evening. So have a blessed evening to everyone, and positive vibes.
All right, thanks, Brother Trev. Afternoon.
Good afternoon again, the Dream and Tale listeners. the caller mentioned the terms tax and fines, and yes, there is a difference. However, we are a society where our politicians, many of them who are lawyers, continue to play with words and use them interchangeably, conveniently, for their own purpose and benefit and gain.
Right.
It is the same we had to go through when you could look in the dictionary and find out the meaning of the word consultation as opposed to notification. But we had people have to go all to court to clarify what it really means, and even the court got it wrong. Even the court got it wrong. It is clear what notification is, and it is clear what consultation is. And it is the same thing we had to go through with Dr. Rowley when they took out that portion of the Constitution and neglected the word or the phrase leader of party. We still don't know what party Stuart ever lead, but he was the Prime Minister for a short period. This is what continues to be done to us in this country, right? I don't know if some of us duck the English class, so we unaware, we don't comprehend when we being taken for fools, right? Most of the media is not asking the right questions or responding with the right responses. Second questions, when these people come and talk this rubbish, they open a number of new ministries, but they didn't announce that they opened a ministry of lies. Right now, I want to find out where the address is for the ministry of lies. The Minister of Energy, Mr. Munilal, will you come in and talk us about rubbish? The world know, the world and everybody else know that the leaders of Venezuela say all these are off with Trinidad because of the stance that our shack head Prime Minister take.
Whoa.
The world know you come in and talk rubbish. Even so much arms of the state of America is trying to stop Donald Trump from stealing the people oil. You telling me about you going in and you go run the country and only want 50 million barrels of oil for the benefit of America? What rubbish! If that is how the trend is being set, right now we have some leaders here who only could come and take too, you know. We have some people here, Mr. Trump, who only could come and take too. The dream, I locked on and listening because I want to say the wrong things, eh?
Hey, this is what the platform is for, Chris. But thanks for your contribution, man. All right, I have someone here holding on. That'll be the last call before the break. Good afternoon.
Well, but you have to be careful what people say, no? Be very careful. Anyhow, I heard the gentleman talk about the difference between taxes and fines. When I talk about increased taxes, we ain't talking about the fines that they put in for vehicle, you know. I'm talking about the increased NIS. I'm talking about the increase for our passport. I'm talking about the increase for the vehicles that are being imported. I'm talking about the extra taxes that go into the business communities. I'm talking about the extra taxes for the gamers that goes into the bars. These are the taxes that I'm speaking about. I'm talking about the extra taxes for houses and businesses. That's it. But don't try and play no game, you know. I realize you might be one who loves your Prime Minister. No problem. You can love all you want, but don't lie to the public and make people feel that you're so intelligent and have an adorant mind that you could, you know, differentiate between taxes and fines. They're taxing me. And right now, with the madness that you come and talk here, you're taxing me too. Because you're taxing my money. To understand how somebody could try to rationalize the foolishness that is being perpetrated against the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. What madness you're talking about? You're trying to rationalize by saying it's a difference? We know it's a difference. We're not stupid. They are taxing all the charges that are just. Brother, Go and look up now and see the different increases in taxes that they put in. Go and take a look. From businesses to vehicles, from homes to personal LIS, they increase taxes. So don't come and lie and talk about the fines. It is tax, plain and simple. Come now, man. We feel in 1940.
We good? Oh God, you had to say good. You're done before, because I don't know what are you thinking. Anyway, before I take that before I take this commercial break, I will say in defense of Brother Trev, because we were in the space of talking about the fines, the increased fines of the
effort and less play. Because
on the road,
more than ever,
and what we were talking about in that regard,
discipline.
I believe he was simply speaking in that context, because there are people who are referring to it as it's like a tax, basically. And you really think about it, I understand why those people say it the way they are. But I think Trev was just differentiating in that particular circumstance, not all around, because we do know that the taxes and other things are being increased all now. I know, guys, it's rough out there, boy. And one thing I get to speak on to what I was to speak on this hour, but we're gonna keep this conversation going right after this commercial break. Y'all don't go anywhere. The council is still in session. All right.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
ISUPK, Trinidad and Tobago, under Commanding General Yohana. We will be live on the streets, 91.9 FM, every Thursday from 7 p.m. Hosted by Officer Sawapya Allah and Officer Makwaya.
West to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
ISUPK, under Commanding General Yohana, live every Thursday night from 7 p.m. on the streets, 91.9 FM.
Hi, I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia.
Please join us on the Final Hour broadcast every Thursday at 9 a.m. on the Street 919 FM radio.
Every week we will journey into the amazing Word of God. So please join us.
See you then.
The Iron Brand always had a plan, giving great taste all across the land. Pelori, fry, bake, roti, and doubles too, made with great taste just for me and you. All through the year and all season, the Lion Brand is the reason. When the Lion Brand in the kitchen, we know to mix and move, we're gonna mix and move.
This carnival season, mix and move with the Lion Brand of products, the power behind our great taste traditions.
With the Lion Brand.
Building dreams, delivering excellence. That's McClatchy Construction Company Limited. Since 2008, McClatchy Construction has grown into one of Trinidad and Tobago's most trusted names in construction. From residential homes to large-scale commercial and industrial projects, we bring integrity, innovation, and professionalism to every endeavor. Our services include general contracting, design and build, construction management, restorations, renovations, structural steelworks, infrastructure development, home construction, and equipment rental. Whatever your vision, we have the expertise to bring it to life. With over 17 years of proven experience and a portfolio of landmark projects, more than 70% of our work comes from repeat clients, a true testament to our quality and reliability. For trusted construction solutions, contact McClatchy Construction Company Limited at 221-5405 or 222-5897 or via email. admin@mcclatchyconstruction.com. McClatchy Construction Company Limited, building strong foundations for a better tomorrow.
The This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you could get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
This carnival season, come hungry and leave in love. Welcome to Flavor, a carnival culinary experience like no other. Every evening, the Queen's Park Savannah transforms into a vibrant village of food, culture, and celebration. Taste the best of Trinidad and Tobago with local street food, gourmet chefs, live cooking demos, cultural performances, and family-friendly experiences, all in one place. Join us at Flavor Village, Queen's Park Savannah, every day from 4 p.m. TNT, you're gonna love this.
What are you doing? Crunch Nival at KFC is so special to all our we. Like we need blood and we vein. We need KFC again and again. Time to crunch, time to crunch, time to crunch down now. Start to crunch with your crew, look the touchdown now. What are you doing? KFC, time to wave and just bite down now because it's Crunch Nival.
What are you doing? Do what you want with the crunch, don't fight it. KFC, carnival, when you bite it. Flavor, thicker, like rocket. It's a Crunch Nival with the baddest bucket. Bada ding, bada boom. Make best, make room. The steam finger licking. It's a Crunch Nival with KFC. Chicken, joy, carnival, and every crunch with KFC. When the taste moves your waist, you know it's Crunch Nival at KFC.
Get ready to immerse yourself in the vibrant rhythms and the joyous spirit of sweet calypso. Join us for an unforgettable experience at the semi-final round of the Calypso Monarch competition. This is Calypso Fiesta. 40 Calypso stars will compete on the Skinner Park stage. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmonies. Mark your calendars. Saturday, February 7th, 2026. Join us at Skinner Park in San Fernando for an afternoon of pure Calypso magic. Showtime 2 p.m. Tickets available on islandetickets.com or call us at 623-9660. Don't miss out on a chance to experience the rhythm and joy of the Caribbean in 2026. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmony. This is Calypso Fiesta.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 to 186 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new, with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
Hi there, I'm Lester Suglal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
This carnival season, come hungry and leave in love. Welcome to Flavor, a carnival culinary experience like no other. Every evening, the Queen's Park Savannah transforms into a vibrant village of food, culture, and celebration. Taste the best of Trinidad and Tobago with local street food, gourmet chefs, live cooking demos, cultural performances, and family-friendly experiences, all in one place. Join us at Flavor Village, Queen's Park Savannah, every day from 4 p.m. TNT, you're gonna love this.
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready for words, wit, and raw lyrical fire. It's Kaisorama 2026, the ultimate extempo and freestyle competition where only the sharpest minds survive. On Monday, February 2nd, the battle begins at Radisson Hotel with the preliminary round at 7 p.m. Watch the nation's best extempo giants go head-to-head, thinking fast, rhyming faster. Then it all comes down to the grand final on Tuesday, February 10th, 7 p.m. at Napa. One crown, one champion. Pure lyrical mastery. Think you have what it takes? Registration is now open until Friday, January 30th at all Tuco offices. Tickets, preliminary $150, grand final $250. Don't miss the clash of culture, creativity, and calypso brilliance. Kaisorama 2026, where lyrics rule and legends are born.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You can't park your iron, no part in this island. You can't trust to leave it for a single minute. If you try to park in the area, friends, you're going to fail. The wrecker gonna snatch you and your car gone inside the jail.
Tell the wrecker for me, I want him them openly. The road is for parking and it's yellow bill.
This $11 a head, tell him it's 11 bamboo instead. When you hear a bone crack,
it's bamboo and police back.
One day by Green Corner, a child in a Jaguar, up come the wrecker and hook up the bumper. The mother came crying round the corner, Sarge, can I speak to you? The wrecker said boom, and they gone with the pygmy too. So
tell the wrecker for me, I want him them openly. The road is for parking and it's yellow bill.
This $11 a head, tell him it's 11 bamboo instead. When you hear a bone crack,
it's bamboo and police back.
Well, this was a laughter by Royal Theatre. The wrecker attacking, sweeping from hen to chicken. Rampassad running from the market. Oi, what's matter again? Mr. Kitchener, watch up, like me Van Tanam yellow plane.
Tell the wrecker for me, I want him them openly. The road is for parking and it's yellow bill.
Yes, $11 a head. Tell him it's 11 bamboo instead. When you hear a bone crack,
it's bamboo and police back.
I'm not against the wrecker if things were done clever. But this movie is only confusing the city. Send the record down to the highways. Use your common sense. Tote away the parked vehicles and stop fatal accidents.
Tell the record for me. I want it them openly. The road is for parking. Any jalopy.
This $11 a head. Tell them it's 11 bamboo instead. When you hear a bone crack,
it's bamboo and police back.
All rise. All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
To success is working hard. Our country,
wow, it really have a calypso for everything. That one was for you, Lakata. That's our resident calypso encyclopedia.
And unwanted progress.
Yeah, and it sounds just appropriate with our conversation today. It sounds a Lord Kitchener. That's called the Wrecker. Right, accompanied by the Ron Berridge Orchestra.
To build a strong and better nation.
Things to fit just about anything, all yeah. I swear. Just get these bills out the way, guys. You already know what the vibes is, guys. Thinking of what to have for lunch or dinner, there's a meal tip here for you from Royal Castle. If you're on the go and want something easy to eat, Royal Castle's got golden chicken nuggets. Enjoy these golden, tender, and tasty bite-sized treats of 10 pieces of nuggets, one side, and one 16-ounce soft drink with your choice of honey mustard or barbecue sauce. And don't forget the kids. The Castle's got a kids nugget combo too with 4 pieces of nuggets, one side, and a 16-ounce soft drink. And their nuggets are made with the same delicious local flavors that they are famous for. It's the Royal Castle Golden Chicken Nuggets. Our culture, our taste.
Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put.
And remember that Carnival, our vibes are in full effect with the Playway Breakaway promotion. Make sure you can wager on at least one Mega Mix option for a chance to win up to $130 to one at no additional cost. Breakaway with Playway today must be 18 years or older, and special, not special conditions. Please play responsibly. You know conditions about it. Play and you don't win or you lose. Simple as that.
Hand in hand.
Ah boy, phone done ringing off the hook already. Good afternoon.
Hi, afternoon. How you going?
Hey, Chuck, man.
How you going? Drop by. Yeah.
What you saying?
A little overcast down in Point. Yeah, I good. A little overcast in Point Eastern side, but
okay.
The sun trying to peep out.
Yeah, same thing over on these ends.
I go and get a piece of bamboo.
Uh-huh.
I already walked my bamboo from now on. Thank you, Mr. Lockett. Actually, late Dr. Morgan Job always say, music is more or less, in his opinion, music was seen as the soul of a nation. It tells you a story about your country.
Right.
He always say that. So I go and get my bamboo. I go and keep my bamboo in the car.
Nice.
Then I never see you do anything on just a crack on the policeman back. Yeah, but I wouldn't doubt what Mr. Lockett would have said, because it's true. Over in my whole short life, I would have heard certain songs that would have depicted certain things that would have happened before and these type of things. So yes, I will stand with that, because a person who loves my music, I mean, I mightn't be as in-depth as you all who are the DJs, but love the music, love the art. Yeah, I think, and if you listen to music throughout the world, it tells you something about something. So yes, yeah, that was a good selection. So Mr. Lockett would have opened up my curiosity a little more to start digging into these old schools and them and really going, when I park up and I'm waiting for a container, I could go and research and so forth. So locked on, listening, waiting for the other party, the first party for the year.
Nice.
Are you having a office party again, or is that?
Yeah. That office party, that coming. That ain't changed.
Oh, right. So most likely the first for the year. So locked on and waiting. So once again, afternoon to everybody. Panadol, everybody, Mommy Sauce, Shak, everyone. Mr. Lockett, thank you for that. Our living encyclopedia. Let's cherish him. And I appreciate what he's doing.
Of course.
So again, everybody locked on, listening, keep up the good work. Yeah, that's a vocal smile for the day. So let's go and get our bamboo. Remember, we have to get permission to cut our bamboos. So let's not be excessive.
Yes, I.
Yeah. So locked on and listen. Have a great day, everyone.
All right, pick up yourself, Chuck, man. Afternoon.
Hey, Hashim.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man, just calling back for a little accountability to the caller right before the break. Now, first and foremost, no disrespect whatsoever at all, right? I listened to him. Long story short, he would have called back and said, well, he aware and the nation aware of the difference between a tax and a fine, and he would have listed the categories. Now, if it is he did his research and or listening and he aware that taxes would have raised in the categories he listed, then absolutely I pass the focus on to his knowledge and persons who have his knowledge. And if the statements were made pre-leadership that taxes would not be raised, and then in position now taxes have been raised in the categories he listed, then he have a valid claim.
Yeah, no, they definitely has. I have a clip that says I'll run it after this phone call real quick, but I'll go ahead.
Cool. Well, I'm wrapping up now, and I mean, as you would have assisted and saying, I was really speaking mainly to the road traffic, which I believe was your original topic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was speaking mainly to that, and yeah. So no issues whatsoever. And once again, I'm not in love with anyone or any party. I'm not about party first. I'm about country first, right? And just to for whoever it might aid in helping, Dr. Rowley, he would have used a phrase that I heard in context, playing smart with foolishness when he was addressing different issues. So I take that phrase to add to me to know not to even approach or treat any situation like trying to be disingenuous, because you could get exposed. So I about country first. So thanks for the time, people. Be great work and listening still.
All right,
and
cool.
Happy office party. I know that is your time to shine. You just really show us our next level. So blessings.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, just for the context, I have it right here where it was said specifically. Hold on. This is what specifically was said on the campaign run back in 2025 during the election run.
Fines are too high. UNC government will reduce traffic fines across the board.
We have since found out, even before these new increases, that was a lie. They indeed were not going to lower traffic fines. And before you even come and say that it's about road safety and just do the right thing, let's again go back to that same clip.
What is publicly presented as a mission for public safety, you know what? It's really a scheme by this corrupt and wicked government to collect more taxes for revenue collection.
Right, so that's what was said on the campaign trail. Anyway, the current situation now is that those fines are now raised. We all see it happening. Good afternoon.
Yes, and hello, good afternoon to you, the Dream.
How you doing?
And to Trinidad and Tobago, I'm okay, man, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man.
First time I'm calling you.
Yeah, long time you call the program. What happened?
Yeah. Well, I listening and looking on, because this country was won, and I'm glad you played that clip, because I sent a little piece of it for you, right? But I'm glad somebody else, or if you researched it for yourself and brought it to us here.
Mm-hmm.
So she was saying that she never said that, right? So this country was warned about this lady, this goodly lady. They were warned. She will say something and do something else, right? So we seen it now. She was accusing the last administration of draconian taxes. Even saying what inheritance tax. A part of that is from the clip too. She said inheritance tax, tire tax, all these kind of things you were saying. And now look at what is going on. Where is KFC? Where is Mommy? I'm not hearing you all. All your leader deceive the nation. Okay? Thank you very much, Mr. The Dream, for allowing me my contribution.
All right, thanks.
You will hear
Thanks
from
for
me
the
again.
contribution, for sure. Oh boy, these things going off the rocker now. Good afternoon.
Hey, Dream, sorry, yeah. Real quick, you know, let's not pretend like, you know, we have not experienced issues under the last administration. I just looking from reality. You know, the last administration was in office for 2 terms. This current administration picking up from what they would have had. So between the caller before who we were talking about taxes, maybe there's a question that comes to mind. Is administration who contesting for leadership in an election, are they able to see the books and the finances of the government? That is a bigger question that comes into my mind. I would like to believe yes, because I mean you would definitely need that as a basis for making your pledges to the nation.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they have access to see the finances, and I mean that should be a reality. And you know, all in all, because in a system mechanism perspective, our current administration now they probably still trying to readjust some developments that ongoing in society concept, you know, so they're probably still working on things. And you know, I would have watched the news yesterday and I see, you know, let's say the honorable opposition leader, I don't know if they use that term, but just saying it to show respect.
Mm-hmm.
The vibe are getting, honestly, it just seems as though any misstep that this current leadership make, the opposition right there to just, hey, look, they do this, or hey, look, they say this, or hey. So from an opposition,
that's what opposition's job is. You know.
Totally. I agree with you. To you know, provide a level of accountability so that whoever in leadership, you can't try to just get away with things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and maybe they could go a little further than just pointing out what they deem as missteps. Offer solutions, offer contributions. I remember a while ago it was noted. Yeah, it was noted that the former Minister of CARICOM Affairs, is it Amory Brown, or his title? There was a news report. CARICOM, I believe so, maybe Amory Brown, whatever. Yeah, I believe so. Tourism, or not tourism, but CARICOM and regional, I believe. And it was on the news that he had offered some contributions in terms of how the new minister could operate, and they respectfully declined the offer. So, you know, maybe they could offer some, because they were in leadership for the last 2 terms,
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that has to be said. So, I mean, and it's good that we have this platform so people could, you know, express their terms, but you know, let's be fair. Let's be fair. All right, I promise they my last contribution for the evening. Right?
Right, big up. Good afternoon. Thanks for holding.
Good afternoon.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. So, you know, I mean, I think the nation have woken up, and, you know, they have vent enough on this, the improprieties of the taxes are being, you know, slapped on them. The reality is that there's nothing we can do at this point in time. We could only talk. There is no means of freedom of expression because we are under an SOE. So we have to tread carefully because this game was well played, and they know what they would have intention, you know, to do. Secondly is that, you know, they talk about the accountability and having access to the books is obvious. When a government goes in there, the permanent secretary will have to report the finances of each ministry, what is there and what is not there, and how it was spent and what not. And I don't think we get a proper forensic report as to how this nation would have prospered under the last regime in certain ways, or whether or not, because any government go in there either or to favor themselves, they could doctor the books.
Right.
So that could be tailored to their suit and make the other, the outgoing party look bad. However, the bigger issue, look at it. After the cancellation taken place, we look at, and on Monday we'll not be able to talk about it until it's all over. The election, the PHA election in Tobago. Now, when we look at it, it will affect Trinidad, yes. But I don't know if you have noticed that the political wave, it is now shifted. The paradigm is shifting to an extent where the politics is now going back to the Red Party, the PNM. And what we are seeing is that whatever happened in Tobago, if there is a landslide, which I am projecting, and I'm saying it here, a landslide victory for the PNM, it will now affect the governance of Trinidad for the next, or however this present administration continues to hold office. What even make it worse is that the present PHA secretary, spoke about all these nice things and what was done and what could have been done and corruption. But he forgot. He was there for more than 4 years or so. And he didn't see that until now, until the election call. And now you're bringing this into the domain. Why you didn't bring it all the time when you were in the House, in the Assembly, debating these things? Why now bring it to an election for a campaign tool? So it shows that the declining of favoritism under the Farley administration is a fact. They are losing that support. They're losing political momentum. And I will tell you this. I am analyzing this, that the PHA election will go in favor for the PNM. I would say minority to majority landslide for the PNM. And once that happens, the shifting of the politics will now affect the governance of Trinidad, because it will now show the disparities of the electorate, and that will now trickle along in Trinidad. So once that happens, we will see a shift taking place, and that shift will determine as to how long this present administration will last in office. Take care.
All right. Thanks for your contribution, member.
Instead of staying out there and freezing.
And for those of you who don't know, Tobago's House of Assembly elections are scheduled for this coming Monday, the 12th of January. And that's when the Tobagonians will go to the polls. So I guess only time will tell if these predictions come true.
So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land.
Certainly be interesting to see how the nation moves forward if something like that does come to pass. But only time will tell. Just joining us here on the Street Council on this Friday. Just getting in touch as the nation adjusts into this new norm of increased fines and taxes in this new year. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, I got it to Mr. Dream.
Hey, how are you?
I just want to say I'm good. I hope everything is all right with you.
For the most part, yes.
No. Okay. No. Here, what is oppression and injustice?
Mm-hmm.
We have to pay twice for certain part on our car. When it's new, we pay less than when it gets old. Why it is that a smooth tire costing more than a brand new tire? You understand what I'm telling you? That is what's going on with us. And we are just defend people who we like, and we don't defend what is right. You understand? And these fanatics and them, PNM fanatics, UNC fanatics, causing the country to go down. They're taking off a load of our poor people, you know. They're adding load to poor people. You understand? We paying more for something that is old than when it's new. You buy a brand new light, you break, you go down the road, you pay more for a ticket, more for it. You understand?
Yeah.
That's how stupid we is. That is how illegal. But man, we so backward. That's you know. We letting people take advantage. These oppressors advantage us, my brother, and we not stand up for what is right. So let's imagine, like, look how life come. We paying for something what is old more than what is new. My friend, you have a good day.
You too. The pressure we under, boy. It is rough out here. It is rough.
Remember the key to success is...
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dream. Godman is so right, eh? Godman is right. And to the Prime Minister, if all you want to show people all you're really serious, give everybody in the country the same tax exemption and tax breaks that all you have when all you're purchasing all your vehicle, so everybody could get vehicles at lower price and do their best to maintain it. If not, do like everybody else and pay all your taxes. Share the burden. Share the burden. Why all you want to be paid so handsomely and enjoy all these different exemption and perks and allowances, and people who barely making ends meet, they had to basically be scraping some persons to function in this society that all you continue to destroy. All the political parties, all of them. Because if our country is facing the financial challenges that all they keep telling the people of this nation, where is the justification for the monies that all you're working for the things that all you continue to enjoy, courtesy the taxpayers? Where is the justification for that? From past coming right down to this present government here. Godman is so right. So right. Have a good day, Dream.
All right, Chris. Boy, I'll comment that in a second. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Mr. Dream. How are you going?
I'll go in for the while.
Well, I could sense it in your voice.
Yeah.
Mr. Dream, I am not here to support or to defend any political party. I am here to find solution to the problem. And it is not just a problem, it's a mammon problem. And the thing about it here is this, is that most people don't understand or wouldn't appreciate the depth that we would have found ourselves after 10 years of the previous regime. And no offense to you, the fact remains is that this country is in a black hole. This is a 1986 revisited. I am saying that how are we going to get ourselves out of this mess? That is the whole thing about it. There is no, the previous regime, even before they said they had no money. The former Prime Minister told the population, those people who I believe, I don't want to be disrespectful, the hard-head ones, that he doesn't know. He said, listen, cuckoo, what something eat your cuckoo roost between up to 2027. If we didn't get the gas and all that kind of thing, the cuckoo roost. The present government, the incumbent, the people who are there now, they would say, where you get the money from? If I no money, where you get the money? So the population knows that there's no money. And you can't run a country without any money. You can't run a country without taxes. You must have revenue in order to spend. And if these people don't tax, it means that the whole country run at a standstill. You can't pay public servants. You can't pay anybody. Nothing would be done. And the fact the people admitted that they left nothing there for you. And you arguing and arguing about this and that. Whereas you know, because you and your children, your grandchildren, everybody in this country in the same boat. We're going down. And instead of still quarreling and you go this thing in the boat, the boat going down and all you're doing arguing and fighting about this one and you take out this one and this one that. The fact remains is that people have to come together. People have to understand the problem. Barbados was under when Fulton Stewart lost the election in Barbados. That's when Mia Motley won the election, right? And she won about 2 consecutive elections. He left the country in a mess. In fact, he left Barbados in the jaws of the IMF. And the Bajan people, you had the BLP and the DLP. They came together. They weren't like this. They knew what the problem was, and they have eventually gotten themselves out of the jaws of the IMF. And now the Bajan economy is booming. But in Trinidad here, you have some what you call them, rabble-rousers all over the place creating mischief, and that is what happened in 1986. They left the economy in 1986. I was here in Trinidad. I was very young then. And they left the economy in a mess. And then they turned it around to make it believe that the NAR people, Robinson and those people, stole the money. Whereas they are the persons who play their math. And this is what they're doing, they're trying to do now. And talking about marching all over for the Fed. People, everybody in this country is going to suffer. Everybody going down, not one person. So I'm saying that we have to come together and see how we get it out of that. That is what the Bajan did. That is what Jamaica did under Holness and his predecessors in order to bring Jamaica out of the mess they're in. I think they're still under IMF, but the economy has grown, in fact, by 4-something% over the last year. So there's growth, there's change, but they came together, not in Trinidad here. So I don't know where you're going with that, and I just want to take that and we just no. The fact remains, you can't run a country without taxes. And when the economy was going down, all you're saying nothing, everything nice with all this and that, and the people doing what they want. And all you're saying that the people in this country responsible for this country where it is today, because they supported it, they condoned it. And now you're in this mess. How you come out of it? You don't know we're fighting about I don't want this. I don't know these people here. No, partner. You have to come together. You have to unite as a people, right? And if you don't have that unity, if you go back to 1986, and when the PNM left in 1986, the whole of Port of Spain, if you were wrong, I doubt you were wrong. It was like a ghost song.
I definitely was not.
Hello?
No, I said I definitely wasn't around in 86.
Right. And Port of Spain was like a ghost town. They retrenched the whole of the port of Port of Spain. All these people from Laventille up there, those people formed the backbone of the port. All the Ministry of Works, all the workers, everybody gone. They had to cut their salary and all kind of things, take 10% from them and all. They didn't get an increase enough. They decreased their salaries because of the mess created by this same offspring of the former PNM. So it was that total mess. All stores, let me tell you something, most of the stores in Port of Spain shut down, fast food closed down, all that closed down. And everybody walking around the place like Alice in Wonderland. And this is where you almost find yourself today. So I'm telling you, partner, the only how you're going to get yourself out of this mess, and if you don't understand basic economics, you had to learn the hard way. The fact remains is that the only way the government is going to get revenue to run this country is by imposing taxes. But again, they have to be very careful how they impose taxes and what on what and when and how and why. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. So I'm saying that you're in fire of right. Right? And those people who calling you out to the streets to do what they want to do, you think twice, you think again. Because you make it harder for you and your children. All right? You make it much more difficult for them. Because if you go back to 1986 and which led up to 1990, because I will tell you if you don't know, in 1986, 3 months after the NAL took office, another guy they called Darkus Howe, who was in England, and he started to talk about the gathering storm. And the movement started there, and Marshall and others within the PNM and all started marching through Port of Spain. They never stopped until 1992. All right? And you saw what happened after the 19... Trinidad has never really recovered from that, psychologically and physically. So, partners, those people trying to lead you onto the street to create commerce, all you think again. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for your contribution, member. There's two things I will never do. One is to pretend that I know the full history of Trinidad's political journey, because even though I am knowledgeable in it in some way, I'm not knowledgeable in all ways, right? And the second thing I will not do is just go out there and speak on the words of somebody else. Never. You will not catch me out on the street just simply just shouting for shouting's sake. That's definitely not what I'm about. Good afternoon.
Yes, Mr. Laukata again.
Hey, Mr. Laukata.
Well, good contribution from Mr. West as usual. Anyhow, because I and all was a victim in 1988. Yeah, I lost my job as a temporary work supervisor because the country went broke at the time, and the Naira had to take the IMF road structural adjustment program. Yeah, and you know, under structural adjustment program, they have conditionalities that are not too sweet, very bitter. Anyhow, my contribution now is on the election in Tobago quickly. And I'm talking as a political analyst now, not as no music man. My prediction is that the Fali party, the TPP, will win that election outright. And one of the things I always pay attention to is the term they call negative entropy. And what that says, it works in group dynamics. And if you're in a group and you go against the group and asking the group for your support, the members, what they call the mainstreamers, they will vote their tail out. And that is what will happen. There will be a massive turnout this year for the TPP. Because if you realize the slogan for the TPP is Tobago is we, right? And that Tobago is we has a strong sentiment in terms of nationality for Tobago. And on that ground, together with the Seventh-day Adventist Church, which has a huge following in Tobago, right? There will be a massive turnout in this. Let me say a much more higher turnout this year than previous. And I'm predicting once again a wholesale victory for the TPP. So that's what I have to say on this point right now. And I hope when we come back Tuesday evening, that you'll say Mr. Lahokita was right, and we'll have a calypso for that too. So thank you, Mr. West.
It have a calypso that's if it have a calypso that say Lahokita was right? I will be. Hey, can you say it have a calypso for everything?
Every calypso, yes, because the point is based on the issues in the society. Calypsonians did their compositions, and there's a big difference in soca and calypso.
Right.
Everything. Look. The Sparrow even sang a song, Simpson the Funeral Man. That is how far it went to. And they could play that Simpson the Funeral Man by Samson. He talk about funeral homes and how funeral homes were operating in those days. I was a little boy. Yeah, Simpson the Funeral Man. Yeah. So we'll see on Tuesday. I'm not a gambling man. I'm not a gambling man, so I wouldn't place a bet with you. But you know, make sure we'll find a calypso. We'll find a calypso for Tuesday evening.
All right.
So you take care, my brother. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. West.
Yeah. No problem. Because now it was one thing, you know. I'm not a gambling man either. I don't have that lady luck gene on my side. So anytime you ask me to place a bet, don't do it. If you ask me to place a bet on the opposite of what I bet, because if you bet the same as I bet, you will surely lose. That's how I advise anybody who likes to gamble. Bet on the opposite of what I am betting, because more than likely that would be the winner. Yeah, Lady Luck don't like me like that. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon again, Dream. I want to agree wholeheartedly with Mr. West and say that his contribution is even more reason why the politicians need to contribute to the betterment of this country and stop live in all this luxurious lifestyle that they don't pay for themselves, but the taxpayers pay for it for them. You see, the dream for us to get out of this madness that we in Trinidad and Tobago here It's basically only two ways, It's either we have leadership who is willing to lead by example. So if my country is going through certain things, I too will partake in what it is going through. I will not be living so high up in the air. I mean, we already paying you handsomely, in my opinion. You see all the extra that is not necessary. You see all the areas where they're enjoying things where they could cut back, like getting housing allowance and all they living somewhere. These are the measures that I, as a leader, if my country going through it, that is what I have to look at also. I cannot just be looking at everything outside of what I benefit from. And the other way for us to get out of this mess is if we collectively stop being consumers. If we could achieve that collectively, boy, the kind of wonders we will see in Trinidad and Tobago, right? They could raise whatever it is you stop consuming to what price. They will have to hold on to it, or throw it away, or give it away. If not that, then we need leadership who could lead by example, not people who could get whatever type of pie any time of the day, every day, but tell you to cut back on macaroni pie. Not people who getting tax exemptions on vehicles, but will impose fines for you for trivial things on your vehicle that you have to pay tax on. It doesn't take much. It's just common sense and a working brain to know that some of the things, some of the mistakes we just not supposed to that's not supposed to be happening. It gives people who are thinking out here the clear idea of where your minds are, which is all they really don't really care. Some people do the little good that they're doing because of the image that they want to portray, but their genuine intentions is hidden. I just hope one day we can wake up and use what we were blessed with, our eyes and our brains, and for some persons their mouth, because it's only conveniently you hear some people. I'm not hearing a lot of people who could have tell us that the PNM wicked, saying that the UNC wicked now. You're hearing some, but you're not hearing some of them. But me, you will always hear me. As long as people who desire to be in leadership, going contrary to what I know leadership supposed to be, you will always hear me. Because we ought to hold people in positions of power to a higher standard. We just have become so accustomed to them not wanting to be held to any standard. They don't want to be held to any standard. The moment they try to put them on the same scale that they put in everybody else on is a problem for them. This is why the police do not want to uphold the laws that they enforce and abide by the same laws that they enforce. Notwithstanding that there would be exemptions for certain things. But in the whole scheme of everything, it's not all the laws that you all are exempted of police officers. But that is how you all continue to operate. We are so upside down in this place. Listen to the message that Mr. Farley is sending to the licensing office in Tobago. Because Tobago House of Assembly had to pay the rent for all you. So they had to use that over all your head to ensure that all you don't abuse the power given to all you. Which is to ensure the safety on the road or and whatever else. Always studying about late fee for driver's permit. If your driver's permit expire, you're not supposed to be driving. And if you get caught driving, it already have a penalty for that. Why every time the police come out aggressively is because there is some new hike in something attached to something that was already there. Or you could come out and enforce the laws that already there. Always waiting for some political directive. All you have all your own guidelines outlined for all you how all is supposed to function. We upside down. And many of us who are Trinidad supporters continue to contribute to where we are. Dream, anyhow. Enjoy the weekend, brother.
Of course, you too, Chris. You too.
Because this is our.
And come to the front of the class for that one there too, my friend.
Remember the key to success is working hard.
You know, all the good points that's all you'll be making here. I really hope that who need to hear it is hearing, you know. That they're listening to us right now and they hear us calling them out. Because you know when people I realize that is our experience here. When you call something out here, all of a sudden you feel there's disrespect in you.
And production.
When you're doing foolishness and somebody want to call you out, all of a sudden you don't like it.
I say
Because they're putting you in a negative spotlight, and then you want to be petty. And then try to enforce the whatever authority it is you have over someone when you see them. Oh, but then it is you see what they. But then police wicked. But take wickedness in. Yeah, that's all. That's all that them does be. That's all that them does be. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm listening to our Prime Minister talking about Venezuela and the gas and the deal, and she is not understanding the regime in Venezuela who deemed her persona non grata. They are still there. So I don't understand what deal, what gas deal, I don't know. What she trying to say? That she and Venezuela good. These people is who deem you persona non grata. How the hell you could be talking about you and Venezuela? I mean, come on. Like, she realized Maduro gone, but his people still there. They are still in control. This thing is crazy. Anyway, I want to ask you something. Yesterday, I heard you told KFC when he said he never go Skinner Park, and you tell him before he go, you're going to give him, you told him he have to go with toilet paper. And you will give him a roll. Why he have to go with toilet paper?
As far as I understand it, that's supposed to be a tradition. That's a tradition in Skinner Park when people.
Really?
This is just the traditions that I know of Skinner Park for Calypso Fiesta. When people don't sing something that the people like, they just throw toilet paper on the stage. Yeah, that is just the traditions that I know.
Okay,
right?
so you are condoning that behavior by giving KFC, because I'm gonna tell you something. The chutney show I have, you know, an East Indian person, an Indian man or woman will never say they will give you toilet paper when you're going to their chutney program, their chutney show. Marshall Montano won the chutney, which I was shocked out of my wits. I say, what? An African man win the chutney? And I thought they would have booed him when he was singing. Well, when he won, I said, Jesus, Marshall gonna get booed. And not a soul disrespected Marshall Montano. But I don't understand our Skinner Park show. You had to go with toilet paper. I went Skinner Park already. I never went with toilet paper. This is amazing. Amazing. That is why you see we culture where it is we people is who do it what they do. Marshall, an African man, win a chutney crown. Wow, Marshall, go to the head of the class, and I feel you could win it again this year. You have a good evening.
Have a good evening too, ma'am. I find it very wonderful that Marshall won the chutney monarch. I was right there clapping. Like I say, that's just the traditions I know of the Calypso. Calypso and the chutney is two completely different things. I have time to maybe squeeze in one more. Good afternoon.
Machine, as a caller, after this caller. Now, there is something called political cosmetics, right? And we know that all these things here, even the Soca Monarch and the in Skinner Park, are all based on politics and emotions. So, you would have spoken of something about toilet paper, and yes, I could remember every time Skinner Park have something, you will see a barrage of toilet paper, because you see it is set up in such a way, and I'm not going to condone the last caller, but I'm going to support her where she say the culture and the people, but they were conditioned that hate in politics and intermingling it with soca and whatnot have now, taken over this country and the people, the mindset of the people, the psychological play that was played on the individual's mind. That you all just said it. The culture and the psychology was played, and therefore now every time you go to this particular event in Skinner Park, your attention is to what? Throw the toilet paper because you don't like the calypso and this and whatnot. And it happened to many, and I wouldn't call names, but you will know certain calypsonian every year they will get toilet paper flung on them. So when you look at it, the culture was conditioned because why? Politics intermingle and interference. You see, once politics get to interfere, once interference of politics plays in the culture, again, you will have a division. And the main game is to divide, conquer, and rule. So we will see it today. And once we continue to divide, conquer, and rule with the wicked politicians that we have at the helm today, extended to those who they appoint to control these organizations, you will not have a culture change of readdressing the situation until you have now a fresh set of, shifting the paradigm of mindset, mind control, and to eliminate the psychology of, I will use the word, of nasty politics. Take care.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Discipline.
And perhaps that is a conversation we should have to next week. Breaking these negative, these stereotypical traditions that we have. So maybe y'all can do some homework for me over the weekend and let me know a little bit more of some of these stereotypical traditions that we have. I don't care from which ethnic demographic it comes from, but things that you think are a little bit too deep-rooted within us and that you wish wasn't and need to change. Right? Maybe that's something we can look over when we come back on Monday. But we got to take this commercial break, guys, and the office party will begin when we come back. So y'all stick and stay. We got that coming up next. Chris Beats will be on the ones and twos. And we go send you off into the weekend the right way. All right? So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
You've got bills to pay. And so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and on Friday evenings from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective, and you will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, "He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justly, to love, have mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank would be greatly appreciated. Account number 795-222. For further information, call 753-1113 or 610-4673.
This is the voice of Tuesday Seventh-day Adventist. We are preaching Emergency Alert broadcast, which is from the Tuesday Seventh-day Adventist Church. We will be featuring voices of brethren from different parts of the world, preaching the gospel, preaching prophecy as it relates to current events and the ending of the world. Listen to us on 91.9 FM every Sunday from 9:05 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Sundays. May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The Lion Brand always had a plan, giving great taste all across the land. Pelori, fry, bake, roti, and double stew, made with great taste just for me and you. All through the year and all season, the Lion Brand is the reason. When the Lion Brand in the kitchen, we know to mix and move, we're gonna mix and move.
This carnival season, mix and move with the Lion Brand of products, the power behind our great taste traditions.
With the Lion Brand.
The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yohana, Trinidad and Tobago. Our school is open. Call in all the 12 tribes. Join us in our classes Monday through Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. and Sabbath service on Saturday. We are located at LP number 1, Morris Street, Point 410, Trinidad and Tobago. Feel free to contact us at 868-479-8286 or please email us at isupktrinidad@gmail.com. Join us and experience that true brotherhood, sisterhood, that love, that compassion you have always been searching for. ISUPK Trinidad and Tobago. Shalom.